Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren. If you're new, hi. If you found me from Book Talk and you made your way here, amazing. This is my first video on YouTube and I'm really excited to get everything started. If you love romantasy, romance, thriller, fantasy, fictional men, just obsessing over books, talking nonstop about books, you are in the right place. So go ahead and click that subscribe button, like the video, and let's get into it. So today I just want to talk about what kind of got me into reading, what books got me into reading. My mom always likes to say and remind me that I was never a great student back in the day. I never had any inkling or wanting to read, to pick up a book, to do my homework. But now that I am in my later years, all I want to do is read. All I want to do is sit by myself, read a book. I just want peace and I just want to escape into a different world and live out that reality for a little bit. So I'm going to talk about books that really got me into reading and kind of just started the whole obsession. First up, we have the classics like Harry Potter, Twilight. Obviously, I am a millennial and I still read Harry Potter every September 1st. Twilight was amazing for me. I read the whole series. I watched all the movies. I love the movies. I'm still obsessed to this day with the movies. I don't care, bad acting or not. I'm still just obsessed.
Where the hell have you been, Loca?
Also, obviously, The Notebook was really big. And again, the movie too, it was just, those were just those classic staples. But besides those, there was also It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This one was one of the first romance besides The Notebook that I picked up. This book is has a special place in my heart because it was one of the first and because it was so emotional for me. I remember sobbing, crying after reading this book. And I remember my husband asking me, are you okay? Because it hit so hard. And I just really, really loved it. It was so powerful, the ending. And I didn't see the movie just because I didn't want to ruin anything. I kind of wanted to keep this version in my head. I didn't want to, again, special place in my heart. So I didn't want to taint it with anything that could steer my thought process of the story in a different direction, if that makes sense. The next book that got me into reading that completely hooked me was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I could not put this one down. I remember just devouring it. It was so good. It was so twisty. It was so weird. I just was obsessed. I remember speed reading it and then that was my personality. I told everybody about that book. I told so many people. It was one of those first books that you read and you're just like, I'm a reader. Here, read this because it was really good. But it was just so good. Again, I didn't see the movie yet. That one I kind of do want to see just because I do love Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried, I think is her name. So I'm very curious to see how that movie plays out. I'm not against seeing that one, but that story was just so messed up. If you haven't read it, I'm not even going to get into that, actually. I don't want to spoil it. I am more of I do read summaries of books. I read the backs of books. I'm not one to really look into or look up stuff before I start reading a book. I want to kind of go in blind. I feel that is the best way for me because then I am not influenced, I feel by other people's opinions and perceptions because everybody is so different. Everybody's perception of things are completely different. So I like going in blind. I did read the second one, The Housemaid's Secret, which I think at the time I thought was even better than the first one. So good. I haven't read the third one yet, or I think they have a wedding one out too. I haven't read that one yet either, but definitely on my TBR with everything else that's on my TBR. That one that stuck with me and has stuck with me for a long time. The next book series that got me into reading was acotar. This is kind of like, I feel like it's either a staple in the reader world or this is a lot of people's first series into fantasy or into reading. This one's a big one. I feel like I hear this a lot with acotar, and it was my first fantasy besides Harry Potter and Twilight. It truly did make an impact and opened my eyes to the possibilities of these different worlds and the different writing styles, kind of like that spicy fantasy, the romantasy part of it all, because obviously Harry Potter is not like that. Twilight has it, but not as much. But this one definitely opened the door and opened my eyes. I've only read the first 3. I really liked them. I loved the first one. I loved the second one. The third one was my favorite. I didn't continue on with the novella, the blue one, and I didn't read Nesta's story. I want to because I know that the book 6 is coming out soon. So I definitely, book 6 and 7 actually. So I definitely want to read those 2 to be sure I am all caught up. And that brings us to the cream of the crop. If you follow me on any other social media, if you follow along, you are not going to stop hearing me talk about Zodiac Academy. The obsession that I have of this series, I think about it constantly. I recommend it constantly. I have read it. There are, I believe it's 10 books in the series, and they're not thin books. I think the 8th book or 9th book she's thick. I think it's like 1,200 and something pages. And I know that scares a lot of people off from reading the series, but I never know what to say because it's so good that it doesn't feel like that long. It doesn't feel like that many books, that many pages. You love it. You just want more and more of it. So it doesn't feel like too much. If anything, I would love more. Like, give me more of it. I need to live in this world, these characters, the world building, the story development, the romances, the plot, just everything, the cliffhangers. Oh my gosh. Each book just has this cliffhanger, and each book just rips your heart out piece by piece. Each ending just takes a little bit from you, and I fucking love it. I could not get enough. I did take a little break. I read books 1 through 6, and it is a lot of words. It's a lot, and it's emotional because of just how heartbreaking and wonderful it is. So I took a break for a couple months. I read some other things, and then I was ready to pick up book 7, and I needed to refresh my brain. So I read 1 through 6 again, continued on 7, and then we were waiting for book 8 to drop, and then we found out that it was going to be 8.5 and then 9, and I've read that whole series through probably twice, I believe, in full. I read and I also listen to the audiobook. A married couple actually, Bordeaux is their last name. They are the ones that that narrate it, and they are so good. Both of them just have the best tone, the best just acting voices for these characters, for these books. I love them so much. I can make a whole video on Zodiac Academy, but it'll be really long, and again, not for this video, but just, if you haven't read Zodiac Academy yet, please just take this as your sign. It is so worth it. If you have read any of these, please let me know in the comments because I feel like I could talk about them forever. And also leave in the comments any books that got you into reading because I'm always looking for more and more books to just consume my life. Again, don't forget to subscribe, follow along, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.